Hello, thank you for coming back this week and listening to our videos. Today our subject car is a 560 SL with some steering lock mechanism issues. Daniel writes, when I lock the ignition on my 560 SL and then come back to start the car, the key refuses to turn. After several attempts it will usually open, but even then I have a hard time getting it to crank and possibly run. Well, nothing new for a Mercedes from the 1980s. Steering lock mechanism failures are commonplace, and if you have a 123, 126, or 107 car, you should always be watching out for this potential failure. One of the defining characteristics of this problem is that when you shut the key off, pull it out of the ignition, and lock the steering wheel in the horizontal position, often when you reinsert the key, the steering lock mechanism will no longer turn. These problems are especially common on 123 and 126 series cars. Now, the way to deal with this is, if you begin to see these symptoms, purchase a new steering lock mechanism immediately. These are sourced by Mercedes. They range from $135 to $160, and they're not terribly expensive. If you run into this problem, you can purchase a new steering lock mechanism from Mercedes-Benz. They range from $135 to $160. The best way to get to this part is to remove the steering wheel with a 10mm Allen socket, the instrument cluster, and the lower dash panel. If you can somehow get the mechanism to open, there is a pin inside the steering column that can be depressed that will allow you to slide the steering lock mechanism out. There are numerous other videos on YouTube that will help support you in this endeavor. If for some reason you run into this problem where the steering mechanism will not come loose, what you have to do is remove the lower dash panel, the steering wheel, and the instrument cluster, and drill this pin out. Now, the pin that I'm talking about lives in a 90-degree partition on the steering column in the bottom front area. It is a black section with a small silver dowel coming out. This silver dowel is the pin itself, and using a 3/16 bit you can actually drill it out and remove the entire steering lock mechanism. There is a video of me doing this on a 1982 500 SEL. Once you have the steering lock mechanism in your hand, you can depress the lock button that actually protrudes into the steering column. Then you should be able to turn your key, thus saving your lock tumbler the expensive metal lock cover that unscrews and covers the lock tumbler, and then you can simply slide the new steering lock mechanism into the steering column and reinstall it. If you run into this problem, I can't stress to you the importance of dealing with it immediately. It will save you a lot of time and trouble and possibly damage to your dashboard and other parts of the car. Anyway, thank you so much for watching our video today. We appreciate your questions, and we appreciate it when you like us. Please remember to send them to Pierre Hedary at info@pierrehedary.com, and enjoy driving your Mercedes-Benz.